Hi, this is Riddick Big Daddy Bo, two-time former world heavyweight champion, and you're watching True Sports.
True School Sports.
True School Sports.
There you go, champ. Thank you.
It's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, wanted to talk some heavyweight boxing talk, the big boy division, the glamour division, boxing's premier division. We had Luiz Ortiz this past weekend. I was there. I was privileged. I was honored. I was blessed to be in the building. Had a pretty damn good seat, if I don't mind bragging. I had a really great view of all the action that took place. I got hooked up with some great tickets, but we had a fight with Luiz Ortiz and Charles Martin where, Luiz Ortiz had some trouble. He got dropped. Was taken to some deep, dark, uncomfortable places. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looked like for a second Charles Martin was about to get his career back on track and score the biggest win of his career to date. But that's not what happened. Luiz Ortiz dug deep and he found it within himself to land one of those left hands. He hit Charles Martin so hard that Charles Martin didn't know where he was, and he was standing on his feet. And then Ortiz jumped on him, hit him with the avalanche of hooks and straight left hands, and eventually did what he had to do, and it got him out of there. Now, for those that know and for those that don't know, that fight was an IBF elimination fight. It was an IBF Eliminator. And with Ortiz winning the IBF Eliminator, that now means that, if he wants to fully be in prime position to become IBF Mandatory Challenger, he's going to have to fight Filip Hrgovic. Yeah, that's right. Hey, the boogeyman, he's here, Filip Hrgovic. Filip Hrgovic last year, as it was well documented on this channel and many others, he had a hard time securing the fight against Michael Hunter, and really couldn't secure anybody else to fight him in the top 15 of the IBF. So now, if Ortiz wants to continue to move forward his career, he needs to fight Hrgovic. If he wants to become mandatory challenger, which is really the only way he's going to get a title shot, because I was there and I knew this already. Ortiz ain't moving tickets like that. So he's not like in this power position as a money maker where he can just dictate how he wants things done. He has to get himself in line and get himself into that position for him to get the shot that he wants. And the only way he's getting that is by fighting Hrgovic. Now, from a boxing standpoint, from a stylistic standpoint, especially because of the timing of this fight, when you consider the timing of this fight, if it's to happen next, I think it's a very interesting fight. I think Luiz Ortiz, like anybody he fights, being that he's a southpaw, 6'3", 6'4", quick, nimble on his feet, heavy hands, good placement, he's a problem for anybody in the division. And there aren't a lot of guys that are willing to fight Luiz Ortiz. Like Wilder said, I could have fought someone else, but I decided to fight Luiz Ortiz. I could have fought someone else, but I decided to bless him with another opportunity. Listen, a lot of guys could have fought Luiz Ortiz, but they didn't. And guess what? A lot of guys could have fought Filip Hrgovic, and they didn't. So this is a great fight for that reason and that reason alone. The battle of the avoided. And, I think the jury for a lot of people is still out on Hrgovic. A lot of people don't know how good Hrgovic is. They don't believe all the hype and the hoopla. They're not impressed by the Deontay Wilder sparring session. They're not impressed by the amateur exploits. And they haven't been impressed with the opposition he's fought so far. And they shouldn't be, to be honest, because I'm not even impressed with the opposition he's fought so far. But I know what he can do, and I know he's one of the best heavyweights out there. And I know if he puts it together, he can give anybody in the division a run for their money and present them some serious problems. And they know that too. That's why he's been getting turned down over and over again. But he came out and he said, basically, Hrgovic, that if him and Luiz Ortiz fight, he said, I quote, "Once you feel my power, I will send you for a cold shower." So he said he's out here to retire Luiz Ortiz. He said he's out here for blood. He said he's out here to punch holes through him. And you know what? I'm gonna be here for every second of it, because I think this is the kind of fight that heavyweight boxing needs. Everybody's focused, obviously, Joshua and Fury and Usyk and these guys. But aside from those guys, there's more to the division than just those three guys. And I feel like aside from the champions, that's one of the best fights that could be made. That's realistic, because it's gonna show us, because Ortiz looked really old in his last fight against Martin. You know, before the knockout, he looked old. He looked like, you know, he's a knockout loss waiting to happen again. Straight up. That's what it looked like. But he's still Luiz Ortiz. Hrgovic has not been tested at the heavyweight level, at that level yet. And this would be, hands down, the best opponent he's fought so far. So I would love to see these two fight. Now, I don't know if these guys have ever sparred before, but I wouldn't rule it out. They might already know each other because for those that know, I'll give you guys some inside information or some information you may not know about. But, you know, Filip Hrgovic trains at Mundo Boxing Gym, which is here in Miami. Ortiz trains at a gym called the Caicedo Sports Training Center, which is also in Miami. Heavyweights from both these gyms, they frequent the gyms and they do a lot of sparring with each other. So it's not far-fetched that Hrgovic could have sparred Ortiz already, and they might already know each other. You know, Hrgovic might know something about Ortiz that we don't, and Ortiz might know something about Hrgovic that we don't. So factor that into the matchup if you haven't already. But you know, either way, it's a good fight. I think it's the kind of fight heavyweight division needs. You know, we're either gonna find out if Hrgovic is the real deal or not, and we're also gonna find out can Ortiz still fight at that world-class top level. Because look, Charles Martin, I know he was technically a former world champion, but Charles Martin was never really highly rated by a lot of people. You know, I give Charles Martin his credit. I give him his due. He has improved over the years, but, you know, he's still not looked at to be like a top 5 caliber heavyweight or a guy that could threaten to win a title again. So, you know, it was a good win for Ortiz, but in my humble opinion, I think Hrgovic is a step up from Charles Martin, and I think this would be a great fight. If they were to fight, I think Filip Hrgovic would show a lot of his boxing skills and his patience in this fight. I think Ortiz would probably outbox him early. I think Ortiz's southpaw movement, his counter punching, his timing, I think these things all give him some problems early on. But I think Hrgovic slowly dissects him, picks him apart with the jab in the middle of the rounds, and gets him out of there somewhere around the 8th or 9th round in a really, really good, entertaining, violent chess match in the heavyweight division. So make this shit happen. Hrgovic Ortiz next. Let's not waste no time. No excuses, no dishonor. 2022, we got to set a higher standard for boxing. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who do you favor and why? Let me know. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, you know, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.